Hey, how we doing? It's JJ. So I'm back into filming again, and I kind of had a little bit of a break, and I thought I'd just do this film now. I've just decided on a Sunday evening just to come out for a walk, and I've just watched a really great program on BBC Two by Chris Packham. Now listen, whether you love or loathe Chris Packham, you know he's a bit Marmite to some people. The guy's always talked openly about sort of like the struggles that he's had with mental health, depression and issues and stuff like that, and obviously he suffers from Asperger's and ticks a couple of other boxes on the autistic spectrum. And the walk was, the program was called Chris Packham, a walk that made me. And what I've decided to do is I've just come out on a Sunday evening after like spending a few hours this weekend just driving. I've had to go down and do loads of things, move my kid back from university down on the south coast, and then unexpectedly have to drive up to Sheffield and back with only like a 10 or 15-minute stop between, and that's left me tired, and I kind of sat around and I decided that I'm just going to come out on a Sunday evening. After watching that program, it's given me a lot of scope for thought and some processes. So I'm out now. I'm literally 5-minute walk from this wood here, and I'm going to stop here. I'm going to turn it over. So this is the wood that I always talk about, which is Broche's wood, which is at the top end of Stevenage on a Great Ashby estate, and it's literally a 5-minute walk, and quite conveniently this looks really nice now. They've actually just redone the signs and that throughout this wood. Broche's wood reveals an unusual collection of trees grown amongst native trees, a non-native western red cedar, larch and sycamore. That's obviously a little bit of a problem for Britain's wildlife. It's unique, and it's, you know, like the woodland that we have around this area is over 8,000 years old. So when you start to give non-native trees being introduced, it causes problems. Softwoods, which are fast growing, they're profitable for growth, for timber and exactly, but they don't actually do a lot for wildlife. So what they're starting to do in woods like this is they're starting to take them out, and they're starting to bring in reintroduce like more sort of native species which actually have a greater biodiversity, and encourage more wildlife. And whether that's, you know, like your badger, your deer, your fox, woodpeckers, blackbird, thrush, crows, whatever, it doesn't matter whether it's hedgehogs or anything. It's just your native species that have actually designed to grow up in this woodland. So by reducing it, it's actually just great to start to see it. So they're taking it down, they're clearing out areas, and it's just absolutely great to see. So this is the walk into the wood. A lot of silver birch, and obviously I talk a lot about silver birch. So I don't know if I don't know if you just sort of picked it up in terms of the sound, but it's obviously a kestrel family that have just sort of like fledged in this wood, and the youngsters are out, and they're sort of just been calling for their mums and their dads to come and sort of feed them. Awesome. So yeah, it's just there's loads of silver birch and that here, and they have sort of thinned them out because they can just grow up and take over too much space, like this one here. So they've obviously taken some down just to increase a bit more of the canopy. And what I like about this wood, okay, is it's just a 5-minute walk from the house. And I come over here, I pitch up a quick lavoo, I have a firebox Friday, or, you know, that's not very often now when I actually get out on a Friday with a firebox, but I'm able to come over here on an evening and just kind of light up the firebox. But we get quite a lot of muntjac in here, we get quite a lot of young roe deer venturing in from the fields and that, and quite a few foxes, and there are badgers. So I'm just going to flick around now. We're just going to go past some walkers, and I'll bring you back in. This is a walk that I've actually done loads of times during the last 18 months. And each time that I went out, it had a great sort of feeling behind it. It sort of helped me. And I've kind of really seen this wood sort of change. Do you know what? In the last couple of months, what has actually been noticeable is the amount of litter and rubbish that's been left lying on the floor around the paths and that around there. That's actually reduced, which is really, really good to see. There's been a big community action, a little bit of a protest in some of the local Facebook groups about the litter that's been left in this woods extending out onto the countryside. And now that's obviously some people are now going out and picking up rubbish and litter and taking it home with them, and that's really good. But yeah, just getting out, making the most of this woods. This wood is, as I say, 5 minutes from my doorstep, but it just offers a lot to me. You know, it's just a real, although it does have non-native species introduced, there's beech, there's hornbeam, there's silver birch, there is oak, and obviously, yeah, there's maple and cedar and things like that. But it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. And you know what, you have to appreciate what's on your doorstep. You don't always have to travel off miles away, hours down the motorway, plug in for hours just to get to a point, just to showcase, you know, the adventure that you've had. Sometimes you actually have to realize the beauty that's on your doorstep, and that's what I actually love about this. And you know what, not every video is going to be about a tent or a knife or an axe or something like that. Do you know what, sometimes it's just a walk in the woods and you appreciate the lush green vibrant undergrowth and a great big slug, and that's pretty cool. Revel in nature, because that's what you go out here for. What you also have in this wood is quite a lot of chestnut, sweet chestnut and horse chestnut. And at the moment the sweets are kind of dropping down their sort of catkins after they've sort of flowered. And if you gather up these catkins and dry them out for a period of time, they actually make, once you rough them up and ruffle them out, they actually make a really good fibrous sort of material that actually, with a little bit of effort, take a spark, which can aid your sort of fire, your tinder and kindling sources. So that's something to sort of just, you know, be aware of. Not everything that lies on the ground is useless. You know, so this is my local place and it means a lot to me. I know I've only been coming here for a couple of years now. It's a place that I'm sort of quite connected to because I've seen it through all the seasons, and I've seen it go through all its changes with management and felling, regrowth, rejuvenation, but also during that lockdown period where more and more people were using it. You know, and that was really sort of good to see. But obviously you also see the other side to that is where people don't sort of respect it, with trees being burnt, people just leaving little fires or camp barbecues and that, and just leaving their rubbish and that. But you know what, it's still a great place. It's now in a better shape. It's now looking healthier and cleaner and tidier. So I'm not going to tag people in this, but do you know what, it's just nice to do this occasionally, is show me your place. Show me your place that's literally right on your doorstep that you love heading out to. Show me the place that you like to go out to where you can just soak it up, breathe in the fresh air, revel in nature, maybe practice a few skills. So I'm not tagging anyone, but if you want to do this, it's a great thing to do, because we all need that special little place that's right on your doorstep where you can just reconnect. Have a think, see if that ticks your boxes. So yeah, I took a month off. Took a month off from filming. What did I do during that month? Of course, I still went out. Me and Jane went on holiday. We had, what was it, 8-9 days in North Snowdonia, and there'll be a couple of videos to come out from that in due course. And what I would have normally done in the past was I would have gone out, I would have snapped loads of pics, done a bit of narrative, and I would have edited it and put it out to video. But I wanted a break, so I took a month out. I've only sort of like posted in my own sort of group, pretty much, JJ Outdoors, and I've done a lot on Instagram. My Instagram is JJ_outdoorsman, and I've just done that. I wanted a little bit of a break. Loads of people were seeming to sort of like do the same thing, sort of like not copying each other, but a lot of the hashtags were the same, going out doing the same sort of thing. And I just wanted a break, because if you're going to put your heart and your soul into doing a video, you've got to give it your all and not just throw it out there. And for me, when I put a video out, I just I'll give it my all, and I'll always reply to comments, and whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, that I put it out on, in all the groups. And it's not just my group, it's not just 1 or 2 groups, I'll put it out to about 20 groups. So every now and again you just need to take a step back, and you need to give yourself a little bit of time out, and you recharge, and that's good. So now I'm back out, I'm enjoying a bit of time in the woods, and we're creating films again. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for sticking by me. Catch you on the next one. There's loads to come. It's only into August. There's loads more to come. Stay tuned. Catch you again soon.